Now we should be good.
Are we live now?
I think we're good now.
All right. Now we're gonna tell it. We're gonna do it again. Take two.
Take two.
Stand up, football fans. What is going on, Baddog?
Well, let's see. We had a game Monday, and yeah, it sucked. As most of them have.
Yeah. And now this week we got the toilet bowl. We've got the Jets. We've got the Giants. The Prides of New York going at it. 3 combined wins. They've got, I think, 10 wins in their last 2.5 seasons between the two of them.
Yeah.
Or whatever. No, 20 wins rather over the last 2.5 seasons between the two of them. So it's a dark time in New York football.
It is awful. And by the way, guys, sorry about that. Normally the first thing I do when I set up a live stream is make sure the stream key is right. And I didn't change it. So it said, it says receiving content, but it didn't show we were live. So I was like, oh, shit, I forgot to change the stream key. But yeah, thank you, Troy. Appreciate that. But yeah, the Black Cat was fitting in MetLife Stadium because these two teams are just, they're terrible. Jets and Giants, geez, I feel bad. Both teams suck bad. Bad!
Yeah, it's as bad as it gets this week. But we got to talk about it, and we're going to go to it, so that will be a lot of fun. Cannot wait to meet all the great Giants content creators, including yourself, OneGiantRebuttal, Kid Blue, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. I went to Giants Stadium last year. I went to a preseason game, but it's probably the first regular season game I've been to in 2 or 3 years. So I'm looking forward to going to it, and it should be fun. Hopefully we get a win.
Yeah, what's up? Say what's up to John Gregory, JW, Cushmaster, Slurpee, Send it, TC, Little Munchy, diehard Giants fan. Things are jumping around. Chislo Vivo, thanks so much for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate it. Dillis is Sterling Shepard is most likely going to be placed on IR and have to end his football career because of concussions. That would suck. I didn't hear that he might have to end his career, but that would be terrible, man. If that happened.
And I see that MH is here. He's late.
Yes, he is. Yeah, what a son of a bitch, indeed. But thank you for the $5. Boom! Appreciate that, my man. But that would suck.
When it comes to Sterling Shepard, I don't know if he's going to end his career or not. The reason I talked about that in the video I made is his wife asked him to retire. That doesn't mean he's going to retire, but his family is urging him to retire because not only has he had 2 concussions in the last 4 games, he had 5 concussions in high school.
Yeah.
So he's had a history of concussions, and now it's a reoccurring concussion. So that's the problem there. But the Giants would be silly at this point, I think, to make Sterling Shepard play another game this year.
Agreed.
Sit him out.
Yep.
There's no point to bring him back in. There's no point to risk another concussion.
Exactly.
You rest him the rest of the year.
Yeah, there's no reason to put his life in jeopardy. I mean, he's got a young kid. He's a young guy. He's made his money, and you'd hate for something to really seriously happen where he can't enjoy his family. So, family first with everything. So, football's secondary, definitely. But that sucks because, I loved Sterling Shepard at Oklahoma. I was so excited when we drafted him. I expected him to be a star. He was a star there. He such a good route runner in college, great hands. It just hasn't translated to the NFL. I mean, he's looked great at times, but, just not the kid he was at Oklahoma. That's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully he bounces back, and next year he's okay. But the thing I worry about with that is usually when players suffer a lot of concussions like that, they're not the same player. They're scared to go over the middle. They're scared to take that hit. And hopefully that's not the case. But you worry about that with Shepard. He was supposed to have a big year this year, so it kind of sucks because I think we were both expecting him to have a big year this year.
Yeah, so were the Giants. They gave him a 4-year deal. So obviously they did think that he was gonna. I thought he'd have a breakout year. I thought, he's got his contract out of the way. There's no Odell Beckham there. There's no nothing. He's the number 1 guy. And, this happens. It sucks, man. But his health is more important than football. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, speaking about health, what about Saquon? You think he's still banged up based on what I thought he was favoring that leg a little bit last week.
Yep, I don't think there's any reason to mess around with him either. Of course, once he hits the bye, I think that he'll be completely healthy after the bye. But I don't think there's any reason to mess around with any of these guys at this point. They're bad. It's a bad football team. I mean, the Cowboy game just. We're in that game, and it's just you can just tell the difference between a good team and a bad team. Cowboys made the plays they had to make, and we didn't. And every time we had an opportunity, we were in the red zone, 6 times? 5 times, scored 1
I
touchdown.
think it was 5. We had 1. And we said it during the stream. The Giants pick off the first pass Dak throws. They're on the 8-yard line, and they only get 30. And that was a defining moment in that game. Even though we scored, they kind of got the momentum, even after the pick, because they were like, we were able to stop you guys from our own 8-yard line.
Yep, and then they went right down the field.
We couldn't cash. Yeah, we couldn't cash in.
Nope, that was bad. I mean, I did like that they ran the first 2 times, but I know I kept calling for it in the stream. You saw Daniel Jones was effective on that RPO. I'm like, why are they not running that down inside the 10? Because they're selling out on Saquon Barkley. It would have been nice first play RPO. I guarantee you we would have scored. I guarantee it. Because they were looking for Barkley. I guarantee if you fake it to Barkley, the flow of the entire Dallas offense or defense is going to go that way, and then Jones is gone. I mean, we saw it.
We saw he did it 2 or 3 times in the game where he had big gains.
And
Joe
Lutz
actually brought that up to me. I don't know if he's in here, but in my Q&A last night, I thought it was a great point. We should have used that more in that game because they were sending 7-8 guys every play. Yep. They'd opened up the outside, and we were saying it during the stream. Where's the screen passes? They finally throw one to Barkley. Barkley breaks it for 75 yards or whatever he did. And that's what Shermer and the offense has to do more in the second half because teams are going to continue to do what they've done. Mm-hmm. Every game they do it. 6, 7 guys every play they're sending.
Yep, that's because the Giants don't adjust and blitzes are coming left and right and Daniel Jones is knocked around again. Like you said, the fumble at the end of the game is just fitting. Fitting ending to that game. We can't hold on to the ball to save our life. Can't hold on to the ball to save our life. He's got to stop fumbling. I can deal with interceptions. He's a rookie. I can deal with him not reading a defense, making mistakes like that. That fumbling stuff's got to stop. Stop.
Oh, he's had 2 again last week, and I was thinking about that too. I don't know if obviously the offensive line has been bad, but maybe some of it has to do with the fact that we have a rookie quarterback there who's not good at reading pre-snap coverages, and he doesn't make the adjustments that a more knowledgeable quarterback would make. Yep. Picks up the blitz, changes the play at the line of scrimmage. And that's not a knock on Daniel Jones. You learn as you go, but that could have something to do with it as well.
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, obviously he's not changing protections because we got guys running free all over the place. But the Giants, all year, and this has nothing to do with Daniel Jones, they get beat on stunts all year. You stunt, you're killing them. They cannot pick that up. And there was one particular play where Saquon Barkley was running to the left and Nate Solder was supposed to pull. And he was 3 days late. His guy killed him and got right into the backfield and tackled Barkley for a loss. It's absolutely ridiculous, man.
And Remmers was getting killed all game on Tank Lawrence. Every play it seemed Tank Lawrence was going right by him.
Yep, just absolutely ridiculous.
That was a matchup from hell. But once again, thank you guys for being here. We really do appreciate it, guys. We're just recapping the game. And we're obviously we'll answer your question. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to talk about the offseason, being that we're 2-7 at this point. But yeah, and then on the other side of the ball, Leonard Williams made his debut as a New York Giant, and I was excited to see him play. I thought the first 2 drives, Leonard Williams played pretty well. Yep. He was getting some pressure, collapsing the pocket, and then after that, he was nowhere to be seen. The blocking was fantastic. Yeah. And that was a problem in that game for him as well.
Yeah. Oh, L.A. Lou, man, thanks so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. Brilly. Black Cat is lucky if you know them. I don't know.
If you know them,
if you know them, make T-shirts. A black cat with a Giants helmet. Own the curse. Make that mojo work for you, or juju if you want to call it that. It's not a bad idea. But, I mean, it just that is fitting to run around in MetLife Stadium with how bad both teams are.
Right.
It was fitting. Maybe I tried to do the Maloika afterwards. I guess the Black Cat nullified the Maloika. But thank you so much for the $10. Boom! I appreciate that, L.A. Lou, very much, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I don't know, man. It had nothing to do with Black Cat. It has everything to do with us sucking. I'm a superstitious guy. I don't think that we just stink.
We're not a good football team at the end of the day. We're just not. But we can only get better. And then the news comes out today. We both made a video on it. DeAndre Baker. You don't know the playbook? I mean, go ahead.
Thank you, L.A. Lou. I appreciate it, brother. Brilly. He says it's actually if you own that. Well, you didn't need to. L.A. Lou, you don't need to super chat. For that, man. But thank you so much for the $2 booms. He says, actually, if you Actually, if you own them, own the curse. I see what you're saying. I see. You didn't need to super chat. You could have just correct that. But I really appreciate it. And then I haven't seen him in a while. Ice.
That guy.
Wallow. Oh,
Hey,
comes
Tom.
here. Thank you so much for the $1. Boom. Brilly, my man. But yeah, the Black Cat is. We're just bad, dude. We had a chance. We were in that game. I'll tell you, Chris, the shit right before halftime. That was the turning point. We're up 12-3. They have a 3rd down and 2. He throws a freaking 4-yard crossing route. I had a guy say, "You guys are just hating on Dak. Chris is calling the screen pass. You're saying it's a 3-yard." He was a 15-yard pass. It was 7 yards past the line of scrimmage. Right. Okay, and the guy ran 42 yards into the end zone untouched. Okay, right. The backup tight end, trash. And then, granted, it's certainly not Daniel Jones or Pat Shermer's fault that Darius Slayton can't catch a ball that hits him right in the hands.
Right.
I would rather them run to see what happens. And then if they pop one, then you go. And if you don't, you just run the clock out.
I completely got your mindset.
At least go up. At least go into the halftime ahead. Right. Instead of behind, we had all that momentum. We lost it all. And then the second half, we had nothing for these guys at all.
I completely got your mindset. And I agree with you. Going into the drive, I agreed with you to run the football. But at the end of the day, wide open ball, 8-yard catch, literally hits him right in the midst, nobody around. You got to catch that football. Darius Slayton, you got to catch that football.
Yeah.
And Slayton had another drop in the game, too. He did not have a good game. This was his first game where he actually looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
He's looked good in most of the others, but in this game, he did not help out his quarterback.
Yeah. And I don't even know if you brought it up. I forget if you brought it up or not, but I think you did with DeAndre Baker. Yeah, that's right. You started.
That's what we're about to talk about. Yeah.
What the
DeAndre Baker in the play against Amari Cooper, that was the highlight play where it was pointed out. Everybody's in man coverage, and he was in zone. He didn't know what he was doing.
Yep.
And he just completely ran the wrong play.
Yep.
And he goes in for the touchdown because of it. And I'm sure that's happened a few times this year because there has been a ton of times this year where the first game against Dallas, it was the same story.
Yep.
And I'm sure it had a lot to do with maybe not just him, but younger players not knowing their assignments. And that's alarming, not just from DeAndre Baker, which that's a big problem. That means, to me, he's not putting the work in.
Yep.
Okay? But the coaching staff, too, has to be held accountable for that, especially James Metcher.
Yeah, well, he sucks. And that's something I didn't get to mention in my video because I was in such a damn hurry to get that thing out of there. I couldn't make a 10-minute video. So I left out the completely set in the second half of that because, to me, yes, the coaching needs to say something. They have to recognize, why are you missing all these assignments? They need to, but to me, like you said, that means DeAndre Baker is not working hard enough. DeAndre Baker don't understand something. Go to somebody. You don't want to go to Betcher, fine. Go to Jenkins. Go to Bethea. Go to somebody that's a veteran on this team and say, hey, I'm having trouble with the playbook, man. Go to somebody, because I feel like if you don't, like I said in my video, it's like being in school and not understanding an assignment, and instead of asking somebody, you're just like, oh, the hell with it, I'm just going to do a half-ass, and you fail. So don't go out there and guess because you're hurting everybody on this team. Make sure you know what the hell you're doing, man. You're not the only guy out there. You know?
I completely agree.
And I love DeAndre Baker. The fact that the fact that he's played as well as he has and you don't know what the hell he's doing speaks volumes. You know? Because he's played well.
He's had some games where he's looked lost, and he's had some games where he's looked good. The Tampa Bay game, he played very well. Godwin did nothing. Right. The Lions game, he had one blown assignment where I think it resulted in one of those touchdowns, the long touchdowns. But overall, I thought he played well. He's been up and down. It's what you expect from a rookie cornerback. But you see the talent there. But that's not good. That is not good. To me, that shows that he's a lazy football player.
And Double D, read Double D. Dilly. He says, I missed my black cat. You seen it? Cowboys suck. Yeah, you left him out in the field. What are you doing? We couldn't even catch the damn thing. Andy Reid, you couldn't catch him either. But thank you for the $2. Boom! Brilly, and L.A. Lou, man. Thanks so much again for the super chat. Thanks for the love, L.A. Lou. Brilly, my man. He says, was just checking in. Have a good time of the game. Thank you, L.A. Lou. Appreciate that. We will. Even if the game sucks, we'll have a good time. And thank you so much for the $2. Boom! L.A. Lou.
Yeah, definitely going to have a good time. And Elliot, thank you for all the support for both of our channels. You always come in and show some love. So thank you, man. And the Leonard Williams thing, hopefully that gets better. I think that's something that we got to give more time. I can't judge him off of one game, especially when he's going up against the best offensive line the sport has to offer. So, but we got killed in the trenches that whole game. And it's the same story that we played him the first time. They manhandled us up at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. Zeke was getting 7 yards every time he touched it. And now we're playing a much more beatable team this week. And, we'll see how it works out.
Yeah. Chislo Vivo, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. He says, man, everyone is getting injured. I hope next season is healthier. Sometimes I wish we kept OBJ. Without Peppers, I don't know what our defense would be. Tough call. And it seems like we're injured every year. Every year we have this. Us and the Redskins deal with the most injuries I've ever seen, ever. Always.
Evan Ingram's out now.
That's what I'm saying. He's got the bad foot. And,
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody gets hurt on this team. It's just unbelievable. Every year. But thanks so much for the $5. Boom! Appreciate it. And Andy Reid, man. Dilly, my good man. Andy double Reid for double D boobs. He says, if I do catch it one day, make me lose some weight. There you go. Well, you know how Rocky chases the chicken in Rocky 2? And we got to put Andy Reid in the big pen and have him chase the cat. And thanks so much for the $2. Boom, Andy Reid. I do appreciate it.
And I saw Stevie even say, have the Giants ever had a black head coach? Well, they definitely have not had a black head coach or coordinator.
No.
I don't think they have. They've never had a
black GM. That's about it.
Yeah, they had a general manager, Jerry Reese.
Yep.
I don't think they have. Nope. And maybe they will. Now, one thing I thought about. First off, one thing the Giants have to do, I think they have to relieve Pat Shermer of the play calling duties. They have to, because maybe he'll be a better coach when he doesn't have to call the plays. You have to try something.
Right.
And next year, if they keep Shermer, which I think they're going to, that's just my opinion, I would consider bringing in an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but I mean, we have one. Does he call the plays? I mean.
Yeah, but like kind of what they did with McAdoo. When Coppin was the coach, they went out there, they got McAdoo, a guy that was supposed to be a great offensive mind. Find an offensive coordinator that you could go in here and spice up this offense next year.
Yeah.
That would be what I do. Because obviously they don't have a lot of faith in the guy they currently have.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's just so many problems on this team. You're 2-7 for a reason. It's not one thing.
There's so many 10 problems. It's been the same thing for 7 years.
I know.
Everybody likes to point at one thing. It's 10 things.
So many things.
And it amounts to a bunch of little problems that equal a huge problem.
Yeah. And the whole reason I'm down on the coaching staff is because, like I said, I'm not seeing any improvement at any point. And there's just no improvement. To me, there was nothing good to take out of that game against Dallas, except for we were ahead. But nobody stood out in that game.
I don't think anybody is high on the coaching staff. How could you be?
It's
the whole team. The players, the coaching staff, everybody, the locker room boys, whatever, anything to do with the New York Giants right now, you should be down on. So Mara,
Mara, B. says he's clueless. Do you know who I do know who you really are, and I forgot. I saw it the other day, and I'm like, oh, that's who that is, and I cannot remember who Andy Reid is. Damn it, I forgot who that is, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's who it is. Shoot, I can't remember, man. Yeah, there's one of my favorite Cowboy fans, JJ Thriller in the house. He says, how about that game? You guys beat a bad Giants team. You actually should be embarrassed that we were ahead by 9 points. You should be embarrassed that was close.
It was close for the first half, first 35 minutes.
55 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That
just like the damn Patriots. We just can't. We just don't know how to win games. There's no winning culture here. There's just no winning culture. Nobody on this team knows how to win. And to be fair, most of these guys are extremely young, which is why I'm worried about our coaching staff. They have got to learn to develop these players. I want a younger, more innovative head coach. I don't want these old dinosaurs like Pat Shermer.
I completely understand it. I think most people have that mindset.
Yeah,
the other problem in the game, I thought also that the Giants got a ton of offsides penalties, and that goes to coaching as well.
Yeah.
People got on Shermer for the pass interference. I couldn't get on him for that because the week before, we were saying he should have challenged it the week before, and we got mad that he didn't. So I can't get on him for that.
Me neither. It was pass interference.
Yeah,
it was.
Sucks. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't have that. You shouldn't be allowed to challenge it if they're not going to overturn it.
Exactly.
That's something they have to change next year.
Yeah, to get rid of that crap. Like I said, they changed that because they completely blew the call in the Saints-Rams game. So, like I said, instead of making a freaking rule, get competent officials.
Right.
Because, you can replay it. Would they have overturned it?
No,
You know,
they
so
never do.
what the hell's the difference? I'm saying
And I don't understand that. If that's going to be up for challenge, you overturn it when it's a clear fumble. You overturn it when it's a clear whatever else. But for some reason with pass interference, when it's a clear pass interference, you don't overturn. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
Why did you make it a challengeable play if you're not going to overturn it when it's a blatant pass interference?
It's so stupid. And
Yeah.
I can't stand that. I hate that rule. I hated it when they implemented it. And I just don't get it. And later in the game, we saw a freaking ticky-tack foul that went against us.
Right.
Going down the sideline, a huge pass interference play. So I hate that rule, and they got to get rid of it. There's just no reason to challenge it. But I don't blame Pat. I'm not going to get on Pat Shurmur for that. It was a big play in the game. He should have challenged it. It was pass interference.
It's just the league. It's a joke.
It is. We talk about it all the time. I hate the way the league is. So I don't know. It's just another bad game. But again, the Cowboys are a decent team. I'm not going to say they're great. They beat the Eagles, but other than that, their track record.
They're a good team.
Right.
I don't think they're a Super Bowl contending team, but they're a good team.
Yeah, I don't.
They probably will have a good chance at the division. They're 4-0 in the division, so
yeah, that helps. They have the tiebreaker with the Eagles right now, so that definitely helps.
Yeah, they're sitting good. They have a tough schedule ahead, but they're looking good. And then this week we got the Jets, so we'll see how that plays.
Chip Kelly, thank you for the super chat. Brilly. Zeke looks like a transvestite grubbing on coke. That's a really good way to describe it. That guy's the ugliest son of a bitch in the league. He is just, God, he's so ugly, he's oogly. Like, I can't even.
Yeah.
He's just
hideous. He's not the best looking guy.
No.
He's just not. And I want to say hello to EDP's #1 fan. Glad he's in here. What's going on, my man? Long time no see. And Chip Kelly always comes with the funniest super chat.
He does.
Howdy there, fella. How you been, Chip Kelly?
Yeah, but thanks so much for the $2 boom. I appreciate it. Yeah, Zeke looks like a hairball that a cat puked up. That's kind of what it looks like. So black cat out there, if the black cat threw up a hairball, it would look like Zeke.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he looks like. Just a hairball. It's just Jesus. Buying dildos with his quarterback. What the hell's the matter? That guy's weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And real quick, I saw his message there, Caden. What do you think about Rosas? Well, so far this year, Rosas has been bad. He's missed 2 extra points. He's missed 2 field goals. At the end of the day, though, we're not going to replace him. We have way too many other holes. He's still young. That's the least of our problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the least of our problems. We have so many other holes. I'm not even worried about Rosas right now. It's like, let's get to the point where we have to worry about whether or not a kicker is going to blow the game for us. Like, let's be in games where a kicker is going to decide whether or not we win or lose before I worry about the kicker.
Well, to be fair, the kick he missed against Arizona was enormous. Would have tied the game. It was enormous.
No, there's definitely been, yeah, the kicker's always important. But last year was great. This year has been So I'm not going to worry about it.
I'm not, like you said, I'm not worried about the kicker. We're not even in these games where the kicker matters for the most part. So
yeah.
We need a left tackle. I mean, we talked about Chase Young. We drafted really early for a defensive end. I'd kill for that kid. And then, Andrew Thomas from Georgia. We just need something in the trenches. I think Gettleman's going offense this year. He tried to improve that defensive line. He signed traded for Leonard Williams, and he drafted B.J. Hill. He's got Dexter Lawrence. So he definitely went out and got all those guys.
Williams, yeah, right. They definitely stocked up on that defensive line, but they need an edge rusher though. They definitely need an edge rusher.
Andy Reed, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Brilly says, I am Jim Aragon. I remember seeing the name, and I was like, I've just totally whiffed on it, like Nate Solder whiffs on blocking. But thanks so much for the $2. Boom! I appreciate that.
But but I could see them definitely going Chase Young. It depends what we're picking, but Giants will have to be in the top 2 or 3. I think that's going to be hard. The Dolphins, the Bengals, the Jets. We'll see what happens in the Jet game. That could go a long way. But the tiebreaker, a lot of people don't know this, and go ahead and get that real quick.
Chislov Evo, man, thanks so much for the super chat, brother. Brilly. Zeke's nose is as red as Rudolph's nose 24/7. That's because he's snorting lines of crack. Thank you so much for the $2. Boom! Chislov Evo, man. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you for all love, brother. Much appreciated. Oh, by the way, just to tell you, Chris, I did see this in the stream the other day. I got super stickers now, finally.
Oh, there you go.
They just popped up on out of nowhere. They were there. It just said super stickers enabled. I didn't do anything. It's weird. YouTube's a weird thing. I tried to download or upload that video today when I was at lunch. I uploaded. I see no views in 8 minutes. I go, what the hell? I go, did I make this private? Did I schedule it? No. What the hell? I re-upload it. Nothing. Like, what the hell's going on? So I go to my subscription list. I see all these guys with no views. I click on video unavailable. Video unavailable. Video unavailable. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Weird. YouTube's a weird entity.
Yeah, sometimes they're making adjustments to the site. Probably. I don't know. I've had those problems too. Well, what was I going to say? I was about to say. Oh yeah, the tiebreaker. A lot of people don't know this about the tiebreaker with the draft pick. Because I remember this last year. Because we were doing videos on it. I always thought it would be if you lost to a team, whatever, head to head. That would be the tiebreaker is actually the strength of schedule, and the lower the strength of schedule, you win the tiebreaker. And right now the Giants are sitting really good. I looked at the tiebreaker. Their strength of schedule is much weaker than everybody else's.
Who, the Giants?
Yeah, they're at like 4-6.
Yeah, we have a last place schedule.
Yeah, so if they tie with teams, they have a very good chance to be ahead with that draft pick.
Yep, QC man, thanks so much for the super sticker. There it is, dilly. $2 super sticker Sonic Boom. That's a call for that, right?
Well, there you go.
But yeah, so.
But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we move on to the Jets game. I mean,
yeah,
we're gonna be there. Which, like I said, that's my whole season. Everything about the season sucked. And this is the one thing I'm really looking forward to. I've been looking forward to this, meeting you. I can't wait to that. That's gonna be a magical moment. Everybody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Kid Blue, OGR, diehard Giants fan. Who else is sitting with us?
DWG.
Right, DWG, my brother-in-law, myself, you, OGR. There's 5. The guy that won the contest.
I know that Kid Blue, did you say, right?
Kid Blue 7.
And I know that diehard Giants fan has seats right near us.
Close. But don't we have, didn't he get 8 tickets?
Yeah, there's somebody else. He told me on Twitter. He got the 8th guy.
Okay, I couldn't think of who the other guy was.
Yeah. There's another guy.
Bring EDP.
But I would love to bring EDP with us.
So that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be great. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm sure we'll do some stuff for each of our channels, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. Can't wait to do it.
That'll be awesome.
Do some vlogging or whatever.
Yep.
But it should be a lot of fun and enjoy the game, and then get a couple of drinks before and after. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. But yeah, this is a game that anything can happen. We could beat them. They could beat us. God, I didn't even know what the hell to expect in this game. I expect a comedy of errors. I expect a lot of turnovers. I expect a lot of penalties.
Paranormal activity.
Right. Black cats.
Right.
Ghosts and black cats.
Yeah.
Halloween theme.
It's fitting. It's near Halloween.
It was, yeah. Thought that was funny when a cat showed up, actually. But, so ghosts, black cats, terrible football. Two really terrible head coaches. Yep. And the future quarterbacks of New York. So...
I'll tell you what, the Jets and Giants, and the Jets have a lot of injuries. I actually think the Giants are going to win this game. And I know a lot of Giants fans are hoping that we don't at this point because you want to get a better draft pick. And I know there's probably a lot of Jets fans. I really do think we're going to win. The Jets have a lot of injuries when you look at their depth chart right now. But maybe they'll win. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to see how it plays out. But both teams are bad. But both teams right now are in a very similar situation. In terms of the future, they both have a quarterback. They both have a struggling offensive line.
That's the big one.
Yeah, they both have a running back that's supposed to be great with Bell and Barkley. They both have a young defense. They're both very similar right now in the situations that they're in. The difference is the Jets wasted all their cap space last year, and it doesn't seem to have worked out. I hope the Giants don't make that same mistake.
That's the bad thing with the Jets is they spent all the money, and they're worse this year than they were last year. Man, that was worse. And that's bad because now you can't go out and fix anything. You're going to have to you're going to have to draft well again, and they have not drafted well.
I'll tell you, Quinn Williams has been, I don't watch them every week, but from what I've heard from Jet fans, Quinn Williams has been underwhelming, and it's a player I really liked in the draft this year.
Yep, he has been. He's been terrible. And you would have thought him and Leonard Williams would have been a very formidable defensive line, and both of them... MetLife.
There you go.
This is why our chat's the best. The creativity from you guys is amazing. MetLife Black Cat, thank you so much for the super chat. Brilly. $1 meow.
There you go. There's the Black Cat. But yeah, and Ja'Kai Polite, who I liked, I thought they got great value in the 3rd round. A lot of people had him as a 1st-round grade. He's not even on the team. They cut him before the year started. So the Jets did a really bad job. And they traded 3 second-round picks when they moved up to get Darnold. So they don't have a second-round pick next year.
Yep.
They're in bad shape.
They're in bad shape. And I try to tell Jets fans before the year started. I try to tell them, I said, doesn't matter what you spent. You brought Le'Veon Bell in here. You think Sam Darnold's going to be good? I said, your offensive line still sucks. And Le'Veon Bell's not going to be able to run like he did behind the Steelers line. He's a patient runner. The Jets, you can't be patient there. There's no holes. No. He's averaging 3 yards a carry. He's got nothing.
And this is the guy that was the best running back in football 2 years ago.
Yeah. And I mean, I pick on Sam Darnold. You know, I'm not a Darnold fan, let's face it. I mean, I don't dislike him. I just don't think, I never thought he'd be good. But that poor kid's got no chance there, just like Daniel Jones.
You can't judge him right now.
Right.
Nobody's going to succeed in that situation.
But
you look at Le'Veon Bell, like you just mentioned, all-pro running back. He's averaging 3 yards a carry behind that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I feel bad for Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold, but the Jets can't do anything but draft offensive linemen. Well, I think they have to do that. Oh, Andy Reid, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. He says, I'm going to eat Pat Shurmur, then head coach you guys. I'll take Andy. I wish Andy Reid was our head coach. Wish.
Andy Reid, I say it all the time. I think Andy Reid, I know a lot of people pick on him because he hasn't won the big game. Andy Reid, to me, is one of the greatest coaches since I've been watching football.
Offensive mind, he's fantastic. You imagine what Daniel Jones would be with Andy Reid? Andy
Reid is brilliant. He's a brilliant offensive mind. And Shurmur comes from the Andy Reid tree. Hasn't really translated. But But Andy Reid is a very, very smart offensive mind. I think he's one of the top 3 coaches in football right now. You look what Kansas City's done with Pat Mahomes going down. They almost beat the Packers. Then they go out, they win last week against a very good football team. Andy Reid is great.
He is.
He's great.
Thank you for the $2. Boom! I appreciate that, my man, very much. Thank you. It's just, like I said, these 2 teams are very similar. They got a lot of problems. And the Jets are, you got the whole Jamal Adams thing. The Jets are a little more dysfunctional. We're not really dysfunctional. We're just bad. But, you had the GM getting fired because he wanted Le'Veon Bell. Gase didn't. So they got rid of their GM. And obviously now he looked like he had a good draft, but he didn't.
Right.
So, they go through all that. And Adam Gase is the wrong guy to bring in here.
But that's what I worry about. That's why I made my Pat Shurmur video. That's what I worry about. That exact scenario.
As I said.
Because if you fire Shurmur and you force them to have to hire a coach next year, you don't know who's going to want to take this team over with Daniel Jones at the quarterback. Because a lot of guys are going to be – that's not a knock on Daniel Jones, but you look at Cliff Kingsbury. He didn't want to take on Josh Rosen, right? And I don't think the Giants are just going to blow everything up. So you don't know who's going to want to come into this situation. So you might have to force feed a coach that you might not necessarily want to bring in, like the Jets did with Gaze. I don't think he was near the top of their list.
Right.
They should have hired McCarthy.
Well, Shurmur wasn't our first choice either. Matt Patricia was the first choice.
Yeah, Patricia was the first choice.
And he said no.
Right.
So that's the thing.
But I feel like you'll have more open options if you wait another year, in my opinion.
Shurmur's not going to get fired. We already know that because he's going to have a year with Daniel Jones. There's no doubt. He's going to have a year with Jones. A lot, like I said, there's a lot of young players in this team. They have a lot of cap space. They got a lot of draft picks. 2020's make or break. If the Giants are bad next year, but I think Gettleman and Shurmur are gone.
I agree with you. Jeff, they got to be at least 8-8 next year.
At least they better be better than that.
Yeah. At least.
Jeff McKinney, thank you for super chat, brother. Brilly. I do appreciate. He says when players admit they don't know the plays. To the Giants, man. It's just. It explains something about, but like I said earlier, Jeff, I don't know if you were here. How good would DeAndre Baker be when he knows what the hell he's doing? Because he's shown flashes of brilliance. He's been really good, and then all of a sudden he does look lost. Well, now it makes sense. But thanks so much for the $2. Boom! Appreciate it, my man. It's ridiculous.
That's just my thought process on the Shurmur thing. But I made that video. I don't want people to think I like Shurmur. I don't. I don't. I just want it to be a desirable location for a coach to go to. Because if you want a Jim Harbaugh or whoever, I don't think they're coming here if they have to be force-fed the quarterback. They're going to want to have free reins to say, this is what I want. So that's my take on it. But that's why I think the Jets made the wrong decision in a way. After drafting a quarterback, I didn't agree with them. As bad as they hated the coach they had, Todd Bowles, look who they ended up with because of it.
Right.
So that's what I worry about for the Giants if they do it.
Andy Reid said, I love myself, but Eagles suck. So do the Chiefs. I can't stand the frog-talking quarterback we have. Patrick Mahomes, I got a busted knee. We love him coming back soon.
Patrick Mahomes is great.
He is great.
I'll take him right now. Now, do you think, again, Patrick Mahomes is phenomenal, but do you think Andy Reid has something to do with those inflated stats after seeing what the backup's done?
Of course. Yeah. They're great coaches get the best out of their quarterback.
Yeah.
They build systems around the quarterback. They work on his strengths. You know what he did with Donovan McNabb is not what he's doing with Patrick Mahomes. Eagles did not have Tyreek Hill. They didn't have all this explosive speed. Eagles had no receivers.
Yeah.
And
James Thrash was their number one receiver.
Freddie Mitchell. And somehow, some way that team is going to the NFC Championship game 4 years in a row with that crap. They did have Deuce Staley. And they did have Brian Westbrook. Those guys are pretty damn good. But other than that,
they got Terrell Owens at the end the last year.
Right. The year they made the Super Bowl, they had Terrell. And he broke his leg that year, and he missed a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Came back for the Super Bowl, but hire Urban Meyer. I would never hire Urban Meyer. His system doesn't work in the NFL. We've seen that.
Yeah, somebody asked me that yesterday too. I don't see it happening. I don't see Urban Meyer being asked to come to the NFL for the Giants. Yeah. I'd be surprised if the Giants hired a college coach, to be honest with you.
They need to do something different.
Maybe they need to, but I'd be surprised if they do.
They need to do something. Well,
Jim Harbaugh's not a college coach because he has an NFL experience.
That's exactly.
I could see that, but I don't see them doing a guy that's always been in college. I'd be surprised. I don't see it.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say the thing you said about Harbaugh. I was just gonna say he's had an NFL experience, but. Like I said, I want a younger guy. I want a guy that is innovative. I want a guy that's creative. I don't like dinosaur Shermer. At least Shermer's mixed the plays up a little bit here in the last week.
I don't think he's done that bad of a job, to be honest with you.
I did, but I questioned things. When we had the 70-yard pass to Saquon Barkley, and obviously he needs a blow. Why do you not run it one time? Why you pass 3 damn times in the end zone? Why don't you?
There's definitely situational stuff still. I still don't think he's a good head coach, but I just try to give a little credit where it's due. But some of the 4th and 15 this year was mind blowing, and the 4th and 2 not going for it. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, he better hope that he's on the opposite sideline of me. I let that guy have it. Yeah. I will tell him he sucks. Maybe I should just bring a sign. Fire Shermer. Right. Fire Snoopy.
A lot of people are gonna have that sign, I'm sure.
I'm sure they will. Well, it's a Jets home game. You'll get the chance from each side. You get the Giants. Fire Shermer, and then you get the Jets. Fire Gase. Fire Shermer. Fire Gase. We should start that chant. Can you imagine that? We should try to start that. Jets fans are getting involved.
I think we should organize that before we go in. But Gase, I think, is going to get fired. I really do.
If you talk trash to the head coach, you get kicked out. Why? I'm not going to swear at him. I can't tell him he stinks.
You paid for those seats. You should be able to do whatever you want.
I can't say you suck, sir. I can't say that.
You should be able to.
What are they going to do? Come after me?
There's nothing wrong with that.
He does so. I'm not going to say you. I'm not going to swear at him. I'm not going to threaten him. He's going to tell him he stinks. But maybe even better is the Fire Shermer, Fire Gase, Fire. We could do that.
That's a good. I like that. To get the 80,000 people to do that.
Because the Jets fans will join that.
Oh yeah, Jet fans hate their coach. Always.
Of course they do.
Jet fans want to fire their coach before he even takes over for the first game. It's just something. It's like a tradition for them.
Wrong guy. God, they both suck. God Almighty. These 2 teams, I don't even know what to say. It's for years. This isn't one. The Jets and Giants have been terrible for years. The Jets were worse than we were last year, and somehow they're worse than us again.
I don't even know that's possible. How they're worse than us these last couple of years.
Especially this year when they had all that money to spend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad for both teams. I'm not making fun of the Jets. We suck too. But
I'm not making fun of the Jets. I told you, I feel bad for Jets fans, and we are in the same boat. Jets and Giants fans. I said we go to the game, and it's just need to be a big therapy session for the Jets and Giants fans. We can console one another.
Right,
You're talking,
right.
You think you got it bad. Look at what I got over here. Oh, you think that's bad. I got $20 million in Nate Solder. You think that's bad. We got Adam Gase. Well, you think that James Betcher's any better? Well, that's true. Well, look at Sam Darnold's got freaking mono. Yeah, Daniel Jones fumbles every damn time he drops back the pay. We could do that all day.
That'd be the conversation the whole time.
Jesus.
Well, what's going on, Brandon Rogers? Thank you for being here. But go ahead and ask your questions, guys. The Giants hopefully spend wiser. Well, that's what it's going to come down to this offseason, Jeffrey. If we're going to be semi-competitive in 2020, we have to spend wisely. We cannot do what the Jets did. We have to be diligent with our money and spend it in the right places, which is the offensive line, the pass rush, the middle linebacker. Do not spend it on skill position players like the Jets did. Le'Veon Bell was a bad signing. I know they got him on a pretty fair contract, but you don't bring in a running back when you can't block.
Right.
What is the point of that?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you going to pay a guy $15 million when you can't block?
Makes no sense. Somebody said the Jets beat Dallas. The Jets are better than the Giants. Yeah, the Jets also lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
The Jets lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't.
Maybe we're going to want to at that point. You never know.
I'm with you, Jeffrey. Offensive line. The depth on the offensive line is we have two offensive linemen as far as I'm concerned. For the
guards.
The guards, that's it. Jalapeno sucks. Our tackles suck.
Yep. Remmers definitely will not be here next year.
Yeah.
Solder, we're stuck.
Solder will be right tackle next year.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, hopefully we get Andrew Thomas. I don't think we're going to draft early enough to get Chase Young. I can honestly, depending on what Finley does for the Bengals, I could see them taking Chase Young. First, Jets would take Chase Young. They're not going to need a quarterback. Although the Jets might want to go O-line. Who the hell knows?
If the Jets are smart, they go O-line. Because it's vital that you protect Sam Darnold at all costs. If they were smart, they go O-line.
Meet Taran says, what'd you guys think of Hernandez fighting him? I liked it. I'm glad that he was pissed off. I'm glad that he stuck up for his quarterback. And I'm glad that one guy in this team is sick and tired of losing and took his frustration out on a team we hate. I'm glad
showed some leadership. Will Hernandez is one of the guys I like on this team. He's got that grittiness. And what's going on, Nations? Thank you for popping in, man.
Yeah. What free agents do you want in free agency? I remember I don't think we really looked at free agency yet. Or we looked at like receivers and are terrible.
I've looked a little bit.
Shaq Barrett, right?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing free agency videos during the bye week. I'll probably do a couple a week. But the guys that right now, Conklin we talk about all the time. Shepard I really like.
Definitely.
Yeah, Shepard if he's available. The middle linebacker from the Browns. He's still 26, fits the age range of this team. That's a guy I'd be looking at. And I got to look at a lot of the other free agents. But those are the two guys right now off the top of my head that I really like.
So if we sign Conklin, that means you probably wouldn't draft Andrew Thomas, right? Well, because then what do? You just use one of them as...
No, you probably
use one of them as depth. You put Solder.
You could cut Solder and take the cap hit. We
could afford to take it next year.
Yeah, you could do that. It's possible. I don't think they will, but you could.
Might.
Yeah.
Hernandez is a nasty, perfect. Yeah, Hernandez was nasty coming out of college. And,
good call on that too, Anson Flea. I'm going to do a video on him as well. That's another guy in my eye on. Ngakoue out of Jacksonville. Talented edge rusher from the Jaguars is also a free agent, and he's young.
Right.
That's another guy that I actually circled. Ngakoue's a guy that would be in my top 5 or 6 targets in free agency. I agree with you. Handsome Flea.
Ligma Jaden in the house. Michael Hosendove says Conklin would be a bad signing. By the way, guys, if you haven't done it yet, I haven't done this all night. Just got talking. Please hit that thumbs up, guys. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you're new. Please subscribe, ring the bell. Go into the description, click on the link to the Entertainer Talking Sports. Make sure you sub him up as well. We do the Giant stuff all the time together. And obviously we also do videos, other content, everything else. So make sure you sub him up as well. One of the best on YouTube, without a doubt.
I appreciate
definitely
that.
sub him up.
And yeah, we could get Ngakoue. It depends if he becomes available, but he's due to be a free agent.
Right.
Yannick Ngakoue, yes.
Yannick Ngakoue.
Love Gross Matos, Ligma. I don't know if you've seen this guy yet, Penn State edge rusher.
No, can't say.
I
will get a good look at him when Ohio State plays Penn State. That'll be good.
I love him. That's another guy that if we're picking outside of the top 7 or 8, between 6, 7, and if we don't get in the top 5, that's a guy that the Giants should look at. I think he's going to be really good. Everybody's saying he's going to be a top 10 pick. That's a guy that we might want to be interested in drafting. Gross Mathis, the edge rusher out of Penn State.
Yep. Alex D'Agostino says, do you see Eli starting week 17 for the final game? I do.
One drive or one play. I don't think he plays the whole game.
No, but I think at one point he's coming into the game.
He should.
And they will pull him off the field so he can get the ovation he deserves. Absolutely.
I completely agree. He should. Now I'll let you get that, and then I have a question for you.
Andy Reid, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly says, coaching guys will be fun, but I need to. Thank you so much for the $2. Boom! Andy Krispy Kreme Reid.
But yeah, so what I was gonna say is, if Eli doesn't announce his retirement, say he leaves the door open, maybe I could go play for the Bears next year. Just an example. Do they do it? Because he's technically not retired. Do they do it? Do they still do that for him?
Yeah, because he won't be a Giant.
Right. I agree.
He still deserves the send off.
Yeah. And I'd like to see him go to the Bears. Actually, I was thinking about it today. If it became available, I think he could succeed there.
He could. Well, he'd be better than Trubisky.
That's one of the places that makes sense for him next year if he does decide to play, I think.
And Jeffrey Abbey keeps saying Grant Delpit. He's another one. I mean, he's
safety,
LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, LSU is one of the best teams in the country, and Grant Delpit's a big reason why. And we could use safety help. There's no doubt about that. And like you just said, Delpit and Peppers, that's a good young core back there for your safeties. And to go with your young corners. So the defense is very young. That's why I think Gettleman's going offense in this year's draft.
And free agency defense to get some experience.
Right. Yep. And I think we keep Marcus Golden. I think he's got to come back here.
And I think we're keeping Williams. That's obvious at this point.
Yeah.
We traded picks to get him. So that's a lot of our free agency money right there, just to keep those two players.
Right.
Yep. Golden's going to get paid.
Yeah.
So.
He is.
LSU has great set. Yes, they do, Jeffrey Abbey.
Yep.
LSU versus Jets. Who are you taking? LSU. Is that even a question?
I'm taking the Jets all day. They'd crush LSU. There's no college team that could beat any NFL team. I know you're kidding.
Yeah.
I know you're kidding. But yeah, I was talking about that before. There's no college team would ever beat an NFL team ever. Never.
Yeah. No, because there's not 53 NFL players on the college team.
Exactly. There might be 6 if they're great.
Yeah.
So who's getting more rushing yards, Barkley or Bell? Probably Barkley at this rate.
Yeah.
He missed 4 games.
Yeah. Maybe he means in this individual game.
Oh. That's a good call. I'd probably say Le'Veon Bell. We can't stop a nosebleed when it comes to teams running against us.
If I'm the Giants, I put Saquon on a pitch count at this point. To me, he looks like he's not 100%. And why are you going to risk it? You still give him whatever he plays, but give Godwin some touches. Don't run this guy into the ground. Make sure he's healthy for next year when it really matters.
Yeah. Is Saquon still the best running back in the two? He's still the best running back in football.
Yeah. When he's healthy, there's nobody better.
AV, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly says thoughts on C versus Logan Paul and YouTubers boxing. I don't know anything about it. I don't know who they are. I don't follow boxing. I don't know if those are YouTubers that are going to buy. I don't know. I don't know who they are. I got no clue. Any clue who that is?
No, I have heard about YouTubers boxing before. Somebody has told me about that. And I would never box Baddog, so I don't even bring it up.
I wouldn't box anyway. I'm old. I'm old, Chris.
Yeah, but I have heard about that before. I don't know why they do that. I guess it's for views, but I have heard about it before.
Thank you for the $2. Boom! Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Giants should have hired Frank Reich. Oh God, yeah, I wish. Would have been good.
Oh, Frank Reich is one of the best coaches in football, and I'll tell you another guy that's a really good coach is what's his name? Shanahan. Another phenomenal offensive coordinator. He's doing a great job over there in San Francisco.
Absolutely.
And look what happened to Matt Ryan after he left.
Yeah, the Falcons fell right into the crapper after he disappeared. Right into the crapper.
That goes to show you who really was the guy who stirred that drink.
Oh, Andy Reid, man, thank you again. Well, thanks for all the love, Andy Reid. Brilly. He says 5 years, 5 donuts. I'll coach you guys bonus 5 more. Well, we'll give you 5 years. We'll give you 5 years, 5 million donuts. And you can be our coach. And thank you so much. $2. Boom! Andy Reid. Appreciate it.
I see Ariane saying that I'd beat your ass a couple. I don't think I would.
It'd be interesting.
I'm getting back to the gym though. This week I'm getting back to the gym. I'm gonna try to get the muscles going and flowing. But
going and flowing. One of these.
One of those.
One of those.
That's gonna take a couple of years to get to that point.
One of
but
those.
We're gonna try to get to that. I used to have pretty decent arms, but I gotta get back to it, guys. But no, I don't think I could beat Baddog's ass.
Who knows? The hell knows? I'm not a fighter, Eddie. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I'm the same. Can't. Maybe once I punched the kid once in my life, maybe.
Oh, really? I've gotten in a few more than that, but.
Yeah. Did you guys ever play football? When I was little, I did. Not in high school.
Yes, I played football in high school until I broke my ankles, and broke my ankles junior year. Track coach was pissed. Well, I was a track runner more so than a football player, but I realized that girls like the football players better. So I started playing football, had my ankles broken in scrimmage. One of my teammates intercepted a pass. I was blocking for him. He slipped down. He rolled into the back of my feet. Guy went to hit him, hit me, both of them. And my growth plates cracked, so I never grew again. Should have been 6'2". My arms are extremely long for a guy that's 6 foot. My hands and feet are very big for a guy that's 6 foot because I should have been 6'2", but I never grew again. I was 16. I stopped growing because of that, and I never ran the same either. So yeah, track coach was pissed. I was much better at track than I was football. Much better.
Yeah. I played baseball. My best sport was baseball. I played high school baseball. Played basketball, but baseball was definitely my best. I probably sprained my ankle about 10 times playing basketball throughout my life. Yeah. And it was always on rebounds. I'd go up, I'd land on the guy's foot, twist the ankle.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, the same thing. Where me, it was always, I played on the playground, and I always come down, roll my damn ankle, always. Jam my fingers, break my fingers, playing that, yeah, of course. My fingers.
Handsome Please says, I love the entertainer, but do you all see how big Baddog is?
Oh, Jake, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. I'm mad I have to wait another year before the Giants perform well. Is Dave Gettleman to blame? I guess this is what I say about Gettleman. I feel like he's drafted really well, and I feel like his free agency has been really bad. Like, they just have underperformed big time. The Ogletree thing didn't work. The Jonathan Stewart didn't work. The Nate Solder didn't work. None of them worked.
Yeah. Other than Golden, most of his free agent signings have not panned out.
And Rudy T, man, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly, my good man. He says, if anyone messes with my two favorite YouTubers, I'll start digging a hole out here in the desert. Yeah, we appreciate that, Rudy. Rudy got a bit of Italian in him with that statement.
That's where we put the trolls.
Digging a hole out there in the desert. But thank you guys so much. And the BataBooms. Appreciate it very much, guys. Thank you so much.
And that's something we should answer there. That's something I forgot to bring up. He says, hey, Chris, do you think Sam Beal will finally play in a regular season game, or will he be missed out for the rest of the season? I think he's definitely going to play.
Got to play.
Maybe not in the Jet game. I hope he does. But definitely before the end of the season, he's going to play. It'll be interesting to see how they utilize him. Whether he's going to play in the slot, whether he's going to play on the outside. Because, I mean, I don't know what you do with Jenkins because you still want Baker to get his reps.
Right.
That'd be interesting. And another interesting thing is going to be, do they keep Jenkins next year?
Because
they still could do that. Right. You could play him at the slot. You could whatever. I don't know what they're going to do, but they still may do that. They still may keep Jenkins next year.
Travis Conklin says, Baddog, if Saquon and Chase Young were in the same draft, who would you choose? I've asked Up Tainah this before.
What was the question?
He said, if Chase Young and Saquon Barkley were in the same draft, who would you have chosen? That's tough. Jesus.
I don't even remember what I said to that. I remember when you asked me. I don't remember what I said.
I would have to. I'd have to say Saquon Barkley for the simple fact that I know he can perform at the NFL level. I know it. Chase Young's great, but we've seen great college players come out and suck. Not saying Chase Young's going to suck, but you don't know what he'll be in the NFL. We've seen what Barkley is in the NFL. So I'd say Barkley for that reason. That's all I can go by. I mean, I
honestly don't remember what I said. But if I'll say this. Oh, go ahead, go get that.
Scottzilla, my man, with the weed on his helmet. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Brilly. He says, I have a Scottzilla mannequin showing up for the nice. We're gonna put him right. We're gonna. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put that right on the sideline with the Giants, and or maybe I'll just take it and bash Pat Shermer over the head with it. Maybe it'll knock some sense in. Maybe we'll give Pat Shermer a concussion with the Scottzilla mannequin.
Oh, Scott's the best, though. I'm glad he's here. I've missed Scott. I'm glad he's back.
Scotty's around. Thanks so much for the $2. Boom! And
I see Bobby's.
I was just going to say that.
Hey, Bobby, my friend. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been, Bobby?
Bobby!
But
Hi, Bobby.
to go back to that Chase Young question, and I honestly don't remember. I remember him asking me it. I don't remember what I answered. I'll say this. If I was a scout and I was convinced that Chase Young was going to be an upper echelon pass rusher at the NFL level, I would pick Chase Young. And I love Saquon Barkley, but an elite pass rusher is more important than an elite running back.
Yeah.
At the end, in my opinion. But I love Saquon Barkley. My favorite player in football.
That's tough. That's a tough
but if
question.
Chase Young is going to be a upper echelon pass rusher, you got to go with the upper echelon pass.
Andy Reid says, Bad Dog, I'm so fat. Well, you get in a gym. Bad Dog will take care of you, Andy. Kid Blue is in the house. Thanks so much for the super chat, brother. Really. Anybody that has not subbed up Kid Blue, you got to go over there. Click on that channel. Definitely sub him up, guys. Definitely sub him up. He says, excited to meet you guys this weekend. Let's go. I'm excited myself. So is Entertainment. We're excited to go.
Oh,
it's
of course.
right here.
Yeah.
It's right here. Thank you so much for the $2. Boom.
Yeah, I was just reading the chat, but no, I love Kid Blue. Can't wait to meet him. One of the best.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I was just gonna say, DJ7 for Life says, get those likes up. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you haven't done so, man. Put the likes up there. If you're new, ring the bell, hit that subscribe button. More importantly, you go into the description and click on the link to the Entertainer Talking Sports. Click on that link, sub him up as well, because like I said, we do the Giants together all the time. We do this show once a week. We stream every Giants game together. We alternate channels. Of course, this week we will not stream it because we will be there in person, but we'll obviously have a lot of content from down there, I'd imagine. We'll do something.
Yeah, we'll do stuff for sure, whether it's videos, whatever, but
we'll take a shot of Kid Blue next to DWG. 5 foot versus 6'7". That's
Big Blue Network says, guys, what do you think the biggest problem with Daniel Jones is, and are most of his problems just rookie mistakes? Great
fumbling,
question.
obviously, is the biggest problem.
Fumbling is by far the biggest problem. Fumbling and reading coverages, which is what every rookie quarterback's biggest problem is, reading coverages. But he definitely struggles in the cover two, doesn't see the safety a lot. And yeah, I think most of it are rookie mistakes. Now the fumbling has to be fixed, and that's something that I worry about a little bit.
Yeah. Who's your guys' offensive and defensive players so far? You're talking about this year? I mean, boy, there's nobody that really stands out. Marcus Golden's definitely the best guy in defense.
Golden's the best on defense. I'm trying to think offense.
I'll
say Golden Tate when he's been in.
Yeah, probably Tate.
When Tate's been in, I'll go Golden Tate.
What the hell is it with it on these primetime games? Guys making ridiculous one-handed catches and us losing the game.
Yeah. This one wasn't even close. But,
no, it wasn't.
But that was a great catch. Yeah, but I got to go Golden Tate on the offense and Golden on the defense.
Yeah. Golden Tate, Marcus Golden. It's golden for us.
They're golden.
They're golden. Yeah, absolutely. Would you trade a Giants Super Bowl if it meant you had to look like Zeke? No.
Oh.
I've seen four championships. I'd rather look at myself like this, even though I'm old. I can only imagine what Zeke's going to look like when he's 43. I'd still rather, even though I'm married, I'd still rather have women be like, okay. Then look at Zeke and go, yeah. Sorry, sir, we can't let you. Sorry, sir, you got to take that mask off me if you're going to come in here. This is my face, man. This is my face. Nah, no thank you.
Yeah, you got it, Madden Football. I saw you had a channel there I subscribed to it. You got it, man. Who's the MVP right now in the league? I would say Russell Wilson. That's without me looking at the stats, but I'm pretty sure he's got 22 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
I would say Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson's pretty good. I'd have to agree with that. I can't see anybody else that's really up there.
McCaffrey, you could argue. He's been phenomenal.
Well, McCaffrey's ridiculous. Of course. I mean, because why not? Because, you go into a football draft and you pick in second, and you're saying we're getting Christian McCaffrey, and the guy in front of you takes Christian McCaffrey, you end up with Barkley. Barkley ends up having a terrible year, hurting his ankle, missing 4 games, and McCaffrey's killing him. Of course, that's my luck in fantasy football. I'm not doing that next year. I'm not playing fantasy football next year.
Yeah, you just get bad luck, man. You get bad luck.
Not when money's on the line. In the Content Creators League, I think I'm 4. I don't remember what my record is. I think I'm 4 and 5. But seeing as I haven't really paid much attention, I really haven't paid attention. That's why I shouldn't even play fantasy football. I don't even look at it.
I don't have the time. I to do the waiver wire stuff. I just don't have the time. I'm always doing YouTube or working or doing something else. But yeah, I'm looking at his numbers here. I mean, geez, he's 881 yards rushing already, 363 yards receiving, and 13 total touchdowns in the first 8 games.
That's insane.
He's up.
Jeffrey Abbey says, wouldn't be surprised if the Jets and Giants choose quarterback. The Giants will not choose a quarterback. Neither will the Jets.
No way will the Giants choose a quarterback. And the Jets would be foolish to. The Jets traded 3 second-round picks for you guys to get Donald. You're not going to quit on him after 2 years. You can't do it.
And the Giants
and Baddog hates Donald. Even he's saying it's not Donald's fault.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So if you brought in Tua to the Jets, it don't matter. He's not going to succeed until you fix the real problem over there.
Yeah, and Tua's banged up all the time in college.
Yeah.
Tua's not running away from anybody in the NFL.
Yeah.
Darnold and Jones are both turnover machines. Well, I mean, Jones is a rookie. I mean, a lot of them turn it over. And, again, there's no protection. There's really no quarterback, I don't care how good you are, that's going to succeed if the kid's getting knocked in the face every time he drops back the pass. Daniel Jones don't even get to his back foot half the time and he's getting taken down.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I don't think Darnold's a great quarterback, but that kid's got no shot there either. No.
Got no chance. We always say it, a lot of being a successful quarterback has to do with your environment.
It does.
And if you don't have a good structure, it's going to be hard for you to do well.
Andy Reed, thank you for the super chat, brother. Really appreciate it. Thanks for a love, Andy Reed. Dilly, I picked up the cat in fantasy 17 points for 142-yard touchdown. Thank you so much for the $2. Boom! Appreciate it, Andy Reed.
Did he have 42 yards on that carry, that cat?
I think he did, because that was the touchdown that the Cowboys got right after it. So I think it was.
What's going on, Adam? How you been, buddy?
What up, though? Richard Cranium in the house. Adam, I can't ever say that. How do you say that?
Which one?
Adam's last name.
Oh, Adam Areste. Areste. Wait.
Areste.
You guys we're not drafted to. Not
do you know Ron Effect? Not personally. I don't know.
No.
I know him on YouTube. I don't know him personally. I can't wait to meet you guys. Right back at you again, Green David. We had a lot of fun Saturday night. Jake, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. Giants 3 wins to Week 10. Tampa Bay, Washington, and the Jets. LOL. Have a tendency to agree with you, Jake. I think we should beat the Jets, but we're the Giants. God almighty. This is going to be so bad. It's going to be like watching a comedy. It is. I don't even know what the hell to root for in this game. I don't even know what the hell is going on. But thanks so much for the $2. Boom!
I think there's 3 teams left on our schedule that we should win. And that's the Jets. And that's the Redskins.
And the Dolphins.
And that's the Dolphins. And I think we have a shot against Chicago because they suck.
Oh, they're terrible.
Yeah. And maybe the Eagles if they bench everybody Week 17 if they already have the
still won't beat them.
Division locked up, and we still won't beat them. But, yeah, we'll see how it all plays out this year. And somebody asked the division. I don't know, man, because the Cowboys right now have the upper hand with the 4 division wins, but the Eagles have a much better schedule.
Captain Trips, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Brilliant. I know Captain Trips from Uncle Lou's streams. He says Tannehill's better than Jones. Let's not get carried away now. Come on. Let's not get carried away. But thank you so much for the $2. Boom! Captain Trips. Jones is a rookie, man. Tannehill's never been great.
That's the guy a lot of people compared him to when he was coming into the pros as Tannehill. We obviously hope he's better. But in fairness, much like we said about Darnold, what did Tannehill have as a foundation when he was in Miami? He was not set up to succeed.
And he had Adam Gase.
So, maybe he would be good in the right situation.
Tannehill was a guy that I was high on because I do remember taking him a couple of years in fantasy. I took him late in the draft. I kept him next year. And he always got me fantasy points in it because they were always getting blown out.
And he could run.
I was sitting there going, I'm like, he's going to give me those cheap fourth quarter points. He always did. Yeah. They'd be down 27-3. I tell my buddy, I'm like, here comes Tannehill time. And you get 2 cheap touchdowns.
pad those stats.
What are your thoughts on Jabril Peppers? I think he makes the Pro Bowl this year. He could.
Yeah, he could.
Oh, man, the Phillies ace. John Letourneau, thank you for the super chat, brother. Brilly. Stella, guys. I was in a car accident today. Stand up. Holy Jesus. You all right?
Sorry to hear that, John. Hope you're all right, buddy.
You okay? I mean, he says stand up, and hopefully you were standing. He's got to be okay. But
yeah, hopefully he can still stand up.
Yeah. The guy wasn't drinking Stella car accident-wise, was he? You never know. Some guys drink the Stella. Thanks so much for the $2. Stella! His dog likes that.
Is it the dog that likes when you yell Stella?
Well, his dog's name is Stella. That's why I do it.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's how I found out.
Stella?
That's why I do the Stella for him.
I didn't know that. I thought you did it because of the what's that movie where he yells Stella?
Well, it's Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah, Streetcar Named Desire.
I know him more from Seinfeld, but I must have been drinking it one night and I started doing it. He goes, "My dog's name is Stella," and every time he yells, she looks up, or something. So that's why I do it. How you feeling about Sherman, New York? Will he make it through the season? Richard Crane, he's going to make it through the season. I don't like him, but there's no way they're fighting. It's not going to help. It's not going to help the Giants if they fire him. It's this year. And it ain't going to help.
Well, definitely not this year. And Alpha Omega says, bringing Tiki Barber to talk about Daniel Jones about fumbling. Well, Alpha Omega, I don't think you're bringing him. I think you're bringing Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin is the guy that fixed Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber was just as bad as Daniel Jones, and Tom Coughlin fixed it. Maybe Tom Coughlin could help Daniel Jones.
Somebody's got to help Daniel Jones with that. That's correctable. That's coaching. Right? That's something that's got to be corrected. I mean, of course, again, it doesn't help when he's getting blindsided. You know?
Yeah, a lot of those fumbles, I think a lot of quarterbacks would have made. The one 2 weeks ago where he got hit as he was throwing, it was kind of a fluke thing. It lands behind the line of scrimmage.
Right. The last game.
Last one, yeah. But the one where he slid is definitely correctable. Yes. So it's been some that he shouldn't fumble, some that I think a lot of guys would have fumbled.
Right. Rolly Lewis says, "I'm tired of us Giants being struck in a dinosaur's." I completely agree. I agree with you 100% about that. Yes, I have watched the movie Taken, Rick Pamasa. Yes, I have.
Taken's great.
Seen it a bunch of times.
What do they make, 12 of those by now?
Yeah, I only watched the first one. John Letourneau says, "I missed your call-in show, Baddog. I was pissed, but I love you guys." I'll do another one. I ain't done one in forever, and I did it quick because I was home because I work for the state, so I got out early to go vote yesterday, and I'm like, I'll pick my son. He'll nap. He always naps about that time, so he did. Yeah. I'm like, just come down, have a quick one, and call it a day.
Yeah, a lot of people asking me to do the call-ins again. I'll probably do one once in a while too, but it's a lot of work, and we'll see. I'll definitely do one, though, probably next week. Everybody's asking me to do it.
Chris Leone, good question. Who makes it to the playoffs first, Jets or Giants? I'm going Giants because we still have our money to spend. The Jets have spent their money and got worse.
I hope Giants. We're in a much better spot than the Jets are, so I'll go Giants. But I could see both of them not making the playoffs next year and possibly the year after that. But, I think the Giants are in a better situation than the Jets right now. I don't even think it's a debate. I don't even think most Jet fans would tell you that we're wrong about that. Jets bad though. The Jets might be in the worst situation in all of football right now.
They could be.
Because the Dolphins have a ton of draft picks. They probably have a lot of cap space. The Jets blew their load in the offseason, and they're still awful. The Jets are in a really bad spot right now.
Yeah, Boltstein says, Baddog, you'd be just like Liam Neeson. So, yeah, you mess with my family, I'll kill you. I don't care. I don't care. You don't mess with my family. I say it all the time. You can mess with me. I don't care. You mess with my family, you got a lot of... I won't do it. Somebody else will do it. Get somebody. I'm Italian. We don't do our own dirty work here. I know people. By the way, I sent you that picture. So, guys, just want to let you know, I don't know who was in the stream with us Monday night that's in here. But there was a point in the first quarter, I remember saying, I said, yo, that looks like my friend on TV.
Right.
And I'm like, whatever. I mean, the guys all look the same. Who the hell knows? Sure as shit, I got the text. I'm like, I knew that was him. Little Irish guy pointing at the camera in his hat. I said, damn it. I knew that was Tony. I knew it. I knew that was him. Sure enough, it was.
That's awesome.
The hell's the thing? Damn Dallas fans. Son of a bitch. Captain Trips, thanks so much for the super chat, bro. I do appreciate it. Brilly. Like Manny says, do you think Kansas City will cover the Titans? What is the spread?
I'm gonna look that up right now.
And thank you so much. On the fight, boom! Bad Dog, are you going to do another video on the Eagles? Fans expecting everybody to come here. I kind of am over that for now. I mean, there's no more trade rumors. I know they're talking about Antonio. I've done it enough, I think. Maybe when we play you guys and I do videos about that. I'm still working on trying to get EDP on the channel that week because I think that would be funny. I think it'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah, EDP would be great.
But I'd say you gotta, that's gonna be rated R. No doubt.
Yeah, of course. What was the game he was talking about?
Titans Chiefs. He said, "Do you think the Titans will
Titans Patriots? Yeah, this must be an old one."
Or
no, it's right. It is Titans Chiefs.
He said, "Do you think the Chiefs would cover?" Is what he said.
Okay.
Fanise, I live in upstate New York. Chris lives in the city. Do you think AB has a future in the NFL?
AB? Yeah.
Somebody will do it.
Somebody's going to give it. He's too talented. Whenever there's a player like AB, you have to weigh whether he's talented enough to help your organization to put up with the nonsense, and somebody is going to say he's talented enough to put up with the nonsense. Ray Rice was not because he was 30-something years old. Somebody will latch onto Antonio Brown.
AB is like 32, Punkham says.
Yeah, but he's still elite,
Will the Giants ever move from New Jersey and come home to play in New York? No. It's all about taxes.
They almost did it when they were talking about
trying to bring them to Manhattan. Where they were.
Yeah, that would have been a disaster for tailgating.
Yeah, no.
There it is. All right, so Tennessee is getting 3.5 at home against the Chiefs.
Well, is Mahomes playing is the question.
I don't think he is.
If Mahomes
is playing, I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, if Mahomes is not playing, I'm taking it. The Titans are one of those teams that I never get right. Ever. One week they come out and they blow the Chiefs out 38-7. And then the next week they come out and they lose their team like the Giants 17-14. They make no sense.
I'm with you on that. I don't bet, but if I was betting, that's a team I would stay away from. Because the Titans could beat anybody and they could lose to anybody. I wouldn't touch a Titan game. Just looking at the spreads real quick, just to try to maybe help out a gambler. If I was betting this week, maybe I like New Orleans, even though it's 13 points home against the Falcons. I think the Falcons have completely quit on the season. I don't think Matt Ryan's playing this week.
And Matt Ryan's out.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's out. Detroit, Chicago, I'm not touching. Tampa, Arizona.
I'll take Detroit. I don't care what the spread is.
Detroit's getting 2.5 in Chicago.
Give me Detroit all day. There.
Yeah. Colts favored by 10.5 at home against Miami. Maybe people are getting too high on Miami. I know the Colts disappointed last week. I think I like that one to cover the 10.5.
Yeah.
Miami sucks.
Yeah.
There's a couple of games. Yeah. And I don't really love any of the others looking at it. San Francisco, I don't really like that game either. They're favored by 6 at home against Seattle. I don't want to touch that. That's a really good game. But yeah, the spreads are pretty tough this week looking at them. What's the Jets Giants? I didn't even look at that.
Andy Reid, thank you, man. He says, Baddog, Chris, you guys are great. I am out. My wife's making me breakfast for tomorrow: donuts, cookies, cupcakes, and brownies, and more donuts. Well, thank you for all the love, Andy Reid. Have a great night, brother. We'll see you in future streams, my good man. That's great. Andy double Reid because he had double D titties. Best defensive player in the league right now.
Aaron Donald, I would usually say. I don't know his stats this year. I know he got off to a slow start. But
That Nick Bosa kid's pretty good.
Bosa's damn good. Let me look at the stats.
Khalil Mack is pretty good.
Khalil Mack's damn good. Donald is fantastic, though.
He is.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa's pretty good. Andy slacking on the physique. Yeah, Andy's a little rotund. He's the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah! When Andy Reid wears the... Two things you think of when Andy Reid's in the Chiefs. Number one, when you saw him in Philly Eagle, you think of a dinosaur, right? You think of a dinosaur. When you watch him, you think of two things. You think of the Kool-Aid man, you think of Santa Claus. When Christmas comes and the snow is coming down, you're like, your kid is 4, and he's like, Daddy, Santa, there he is. I'm like, yep, he's going to come down the chimney. He's definitely going to eat all your damn cookies. He's probably going to drink your milk.
Oh God! If you have anything in your house when he comes down the chimney, you better have your fridge better be empty when you invite Andy Reid over.
It's going to be empty when he leaves. That's for sure.
So one way or another, it's going to be empty. Whether it is when he gets there or before he leaves.
Roldy Lewis says, Baddog, your favorite Yankee of all time, and Chris, your favorite Met of all time. Favorite Yankee's Mariano Rivera.
Okay, I'm going to answer both. My favorite Yankee of all time is Bernie Williams, and my favorite Met of all time is Edgardo Alfonso. But I liked a lot of, Jose Reyes I love.
My favorite Met of all time, that's tough.
Piazza I love, of course.
It'd have to be one of those. It's either Gooden or Strawberry. I mean, those guys were ridiculous. It's probably Darryl Strawberry. Although I met Dwight Gooden, he was the nicest freaking guy ever. But Darryl Strawberry was, what a guy. I mean, he was ridiculously talented.
Yeah, I saw Strawberry as a kid, the tail end. I didn't see him in his prime. That would probably be my guy had I gotten to. But, based off what I saw, I always loved Alfonso. He was the clutchest man I've ever seen. But Piazza's Piazza. I mean, you got to love Piazza.
Right. Am I the only one who thinks Shermer got to give her the play call? Definitely not, Joe. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Bobby, see you at the game, buddy. Have a great night, buddy.
No, he said, I can't see you at the game, guys.
Oh.
My uncle Mark died on Sunday night. I have to go to the funeral. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Woodruff. Prayers and condolences, buddy.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
God said family first. Say it all the time, man. Family first.
You know what I'm going to say is the best defensive player right now because I just looked it up. He's the guy that I picked to win Defensive Player of the Year when the year started, and I didn't realize he was doing this well. Myles Garrett. He's got 10 sacks. The guy's a freak. I would go Myles Garrett. That's who I would say is the best. If I was starting a team right now, he'd be the first guy I would take on defense.
How the hell does Cleveland lose every game?
Well, because Baker Mayfield. And
I know, but how is Baker Mayfield this bad?
He's really bad. Right?
How? Like, what the hell happened to him? How has Odell Beckham done 0 there? 0!
Their offensive line's been horrible, and Mayfield's regressed, and maybe teams have gotten a tape on him. He beat up on bad teams last year,
Dude,
and now that
Nick Chubb ran through the Ravens. The Browns beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
They obviously have it. I can't figure that damn team out. Makes no sense. Freddie Kitchen sucks. That guy should have never, ever, ever been their coach.
Yeah.
They should have tried to get Lincoln Riley.
That might be a good fit.
Well, that's Baker's guy.
Mayfield, yeah, that'd be a great fit. That's a good one. That makes a lot of sense. If he wants to coach in the NFL, that makes a lot of sense.
Lincoln Riley's not going anywhere for 2 years.
Yeah.
So maybe if Shermer sucks and Lincoln Riley comes out in 2021, Daniel Jones will be Tom Brady because we'll get Lincoln Riley.
There you go. Mayfield's stats are, I'm looking at him, oh my God.
They're terrible. He's got like 13 interceptions. He's the league in picks.
Yeah, he's up pace for 14 touchdowns and 24 interceptions with a 71 QB rating.
I don't know what the hell happened to him, man. He's bad.
He's probably the worst quarterback in football right now.
He's bad.
Yeah.
God, he's bad. No, Trubisky's the worst. He sucks so bad. He is awful.
It's close. It's close.
They traded up to get Mitch Trubisky with Mahomes and Watson in that draft.
How does Trubisky only have 5 He's only thrown 3 picks, but how does he have 5 touchdowns?
How is the GM of the Bears still there? God almighty. 5 touchdowns?
That might be the worst. That might be the worst trade in the history of the NFL.
Daniel Jones had 4 in 1 game.
Yeah.
Twice, although 2 were running, but
he's got 5 touchdowns through 7 games, Trubisky. 5 touchdowns.
He's so bad. So, I mean, try to tell Josh, try to tell Bear, you're going to regress. You're going to regress. Trubisky's awful.
Trubisky and Mayfield are pretty damn close this year. I think Mayfield's going to be better than Trubisky, but this year they're pretty damn close.
Jets or Knicks, whose organization? Oh, the Knicks. Oh, they got blown out again. They don't play any damn defense. Nobody plays defense in New York, ever. The Giants don't play it. The Jets don't play. The Knicks, the Yankees didn't play it in the damn playoffs. They don't play defense here in New York. They're like the hell with this.
I'll probably make a video on that tomorrow. I didn't have time.
God, the Knicks suck. Watching that game.
Probably make a video calling for Fizdale's head. I mean, at this point,
dude,
like, where's the excuses?
Markieff Morris, has the ball top of the key. Nobody goes, just sitting there. He dribbles twice. He stands there for like 5 seconds like no one's going to come out. Bang, knocks down 3. I'm like, what? Would somebody put a hand in his face? And I'm watching the Knicks. I'm like, well, Marcus Smart's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league. R.J. Barrett's one of the best rookies in the league. Julius Randle don't play a lick of defense.
No.
And of course not. I'm like, I can get around him. I have no handle, but I can go around Julius Randle. I got no, there's Baddog, no handle around Julius Randle. Handling and randling.
Julius Randle, I didn't mind the signing, but can't play defense. And there's something wrong with that coaching staff over there. Fizdale,
I can't even get in. The Knicks, I can't even do it with the Knicks.
Yeah, they're bad. They're bad.
20 years of this with the Knicks. 20 years outside of 2012, 2013. 20 years. New coaches, new GMs, new players.
Is Barrett. You hope that he is the guy. But imagine if we still had Porzingis. And we got nothing for Porzingis. By the way, would fall up anyway.
By the way, Porzingis ain't doing anything in Dallas.
Is he? I haven't looked at it.
No, he hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
The game that I did, he was 6 or 16 for 16 points. That's not good. He had 3 rebounds. He don't rebound. Mavericks fans are saying to me, how the hell don't the guy rebound? I say the same shit in New York. He never rebounds. He's not tough enough to go in the paint.
He's averaging 21 and 8.
Yeah.
Coming back from an injury. I like Porzingis. Him and Barrett would have been fun.
The problem is, there you go, Richard Cranium. I was just going to say, it's Dolan. I'm waiting for the day that he walks out of MSG and gets hit by a cab. That's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
Hit him with a cab. Don't kill him, but, incapacitate him and, make sure that he can't run the organization. He sucks. That guy's the worst owner in sports.
Oh, Dolan's the worst owner. Well, I don't know. Wilpon's pretty bad, too.
They're all in New York. All of them.
Yeah.
Maras aren't very good either.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make fun of Sam Darnold on Sunday. I'm not going to rip Sam Darnold. I won't make fun of him. I'll get on Pat Shurmur's case though. It's a Jets home game. I'm not going to disrespect. I'm not going to go in there and disrespect Darnold, but I will get on my coach.
I hope you do. I think that'll be entertainment. Maras cheeks too. Yeah, all the New York owners suck. Dolan is an embarrassment to the NBA. Dude is an idiot on all levels. He sucks, Dolan. When he kicked out Charles Oakley, I was at that game. That was an embarrassment.
You were at that game? I loved it.
I was at that game. My favorite Knick of all time. And I was sitting on the Chase Bridge, and, it's not the closest seats. Great vantage point. And I see a big fight. It was him. And I couldn't tell if it was him, but I thought it was him. I'm like, is that Charles Oakley? And then after the game, so it was him. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, they kicked out Charles Oakley.
Yeah. And when I watched the game, because I was watching the game on TV, I said Charles Oakley got more freaking fight than any Knick on the damn floor. You know, that's why guys love Charles Oakley. That's why we love those '90s Knicks, because they were all like that. Yeah. They were not the most talented bunch, but they tried harder than anybody you'd ever see. That team fought its ass off every game.
That's my favorite team. That's my favorite team, period, I've ever rooted for in any sport. Those '90s Knicks team.
I love those.
I loved that team.
I was the same way. I loved it. I loved those guys. Loved them.
Yeah.
All of them.
That includes any Giant team, any Met team. That specific '90s Knicks team. Loved it. Yep. But they never won. But I loved them.
Yeah, I think that's everybody. Everybody, because they understand how hard they work. Dude, we say it. At least I say it all the time. You put forth 100% effort, win or lose. We will respect and love the hell out of you. That's all we ask for. Do your best. When we watch guys laying down and quitting, that pisses me off. That I can't stand. When I see guys half-ass a play or take plays off, that pisses me off. I won't have that. I will not have that. You're a professional athlete. You're getting paid millions of dollars. Do your damn job. Try. When guys like Gary Sanchez walk down the freaking first base line, that pisses me off because it doesn't take talent to hustle. It just takes effort. That makes me mad.
Yep. I'm with you, man. Give me the hard worker any day of the week over the talented guy that takes it for granted. I'm completely with you.
We'll go over about 5 more minutes, guys. It's getting close to midnight. So ask your questions. By the way, if you haven't done so, man, please hit that like button. And if you're new, hit the subscribe, ring the bell. More importantly, go into the description, click on the link to the Entertainer Talking Sports, and make sure you sub him up as well.
I just saw your messages, Joe. I was missing him if I didn't see him before. He says, I know you see my messages pop, so let me scroll up. He says, I'll meet the cannoli stromboli bastards next time I'm in New York. Just watch.
There you go.
I hope I get to meet you, man. Would love to meet Joe Lutz. Guy's great.
Joe Lutz, as long as he brings the honey jack, we're all set.
If you don't bring the honey jack and the cannolis, that's it. I'm done with it.
Yeah, then it's over. We're going to turn our back on you like Paulie. Now I got to turn my back. That's how it goes, Joe.
Crombite, don't ever apologize for tuning in late.
Yeah, of course. Life happens, brother.
Just thank you for being here. Legman, what's going on, my man? Thank you for being here.
We wear 2 paper bags of frown faces if you lose to the Jets. If we lose to the Jets on Sunday, I will make a video with that on my face. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll say this right now. And I just made a video not defending Pat. It was more so just that I wouldn't fire him because of the circumstances. If they lose to the Jets, I can't even imagine the pressure that's going to come down on the Giants to fire Pat Sherman.
It'll be... I don't know who the media will have a field day with. Are they gonna praise the Jets? They're gonna say the Jets ruined their tank? Are they gonna get on the Giants? Who knows? Neither one of these teams can win. They win the game, they lose. They lose the game, they lose.
Maybe it'll be a tie.
No way. Wouldn't that be ironic? 6-6 tie. 6-6 tie. A couple of field goals. And then Aldrich Rosas lines up in overtime to kick the game winner and doinks it off the upright.
Yeah, a 33-yarder off the left upright.
Yeah, why not?
No wind.
It is going to be a little cool down there. I saw it's going to be like 50 degrees and sunny. I can deal with that.
Yeah, that's doable.
I was hoping it was going to be like 70.
Yeah.
I could deal with that better. Yeah. But it'll be, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for that. Do you know where Kid Blue is staying? I should have asked him when he was in here.
He messaged me on Twitter. I'll let you know.
Is he in the city or is he down in the Meadowlands?
No, he's by the Meadowlands.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he got one. It's like the closest one, he said. Closest hotel.
Oh, well, he's got to be close to us then because we're right there too, right outside the stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Tainah, if you come to the Spurs side, we will give you your favorite food. Oh, God, Little Caesars. My God, now I'm never going to root for the Spurs another day in my life, Last Jedi. Oh, my God. Little Caesars. That's one thing I don't get, man. How do these pizza places, I mean, I guess it's college kids, but how do these pizza places like Little Caesars and Pizza Hut and Domino's stay in business in New York? How does that happen?
Because it's cheap, they deliver, and they're extremely well known. I mean, that's probably what it is. The college kids don't know where you find the little holes in the wall down there in the city, or even up here. You don't know where to find the little Nino's pizzas. Like, nobody knows where the hell Nino's pizza is up here unless you live up here. So they're not going to go to Nino's. They're going to go, oh, look at Domino's.
Right.
I'll say this. One thing I loved about Little Caesars is the crazy bread. I never got the pizza in there. I would go in this, give me 2 orders of crazy bread. I loved that shit.
What is crazy bread?
They used to have crazy bread years ago. It was like a garlic butter bread. Oh my God, that shit was amazing. That was good. Really? Oh yeah, they were like garlic. They were like garlic cheddar breadsticks or something. They were amazing.
Really?
Really good. That was really good. That's the only reason I went in there. I'd be driving by for work sometimes. Like, you know what? I'm gonna go get me some crazy bread. Way back in the day, 2008, when I was doing trash talking videos. There was a guy named Big Daddy Caesar, and I started calling him Little Caesar's Pizza. And then I said, "Damn, man!" I said, "Saying your name really makes me want some crazy bread and shit. Like I wanted a crazy bread." Talking about Little Caesar's Pizza. Good.
That's funny.
How good is Nino's Pizza? Nino's Pizza is amazing. So is I Love New York Pizza. I Love New York Pizza is probably the best pizza joint up here, man. They know what the hell.
There's nothing like New York pizza.
That's the name of it. I don't know if they had. I think they originated down in the city and they came up here. I love New York pizza. That's what it's called. It's owned by Italians, so they know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
They burn the crust just right. The cheese is perfect off the Sicilian pie. They got the sausage and peppers, and they don't put those rabbit turds. They use real Italian sausage. They slice it up. It's fresh. Throw it on there with the fresh peppers. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. That's probably my outside of Sicilian. The sausage and peppers is that's my favorite.
I've never gotten sausage. I've never gotten the sausage and peppers.
Oh, you gotta do the sausage and peppers. Especially if you can get meatball. Like when we did the Dream Stream.
Yeah.
Remember that's what I got that night. The meatball, sausage, and peppers. Oh, I should get more.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got the meatball. No, it was meatball and peppers. I didn't put the sausage on. I got the meatball and peppers. Oh, that was good.
I go meatball and mushroom. I do that combination.
I like the mushroom too. Yeah. I like pretty much everything on a pizza. No anchovies, no onions. But other than that. Pepperoni, I tend to stay away from.
Pepperoni.
Well, heartburn, like a
Oh, well,
it kills me. That's the one thing, like, I can't, I just have heartburn for days from pepperoni. And of course, what do they have on Thanksgiving? And I sit there and I'm like, oh, yeah, good. Pepperoni, cheese, and crackers, my favorite snack. Not really. Chips and sauce is my favorite snack, but
chips and sauce is great.
Aside of the cannolis.
You got to get the scoops. You got to get the cannolis number one, of course. But this just turned into a food stream like it normally does. Do we like pizza? No, not really. I used to when I was a kid. I like the stuffed crust, but no. I live in New York. I like regular pizza.
Jared, yes, I hate onions. It's the one vegetable I do not like. I do not like onions. I can deal with them if they're cooked. Raw onions are nasty. No, hell no.
I'm not an onion guy either. But certain onion, like on burgers, sometimes I like it, but overall, I do not like onions.
Oh, Anthony DeSantis, thank you for the super chat, my good man. Brilliant. What's your favorite scary movie? You got the pumpkin there? That is my favorite scary movie. Halloween 1978. Not only is it my favorite scary movie, it's my favorite movie of all time. I freaking love that movie.
I'm trying to think of my favorite. I don't know. I've seen them all. I've seen most of them, but I'm trying to think of the one that sticks out to me. I really like Saw. I really like Saw the first time I saw it. The original Saw.
That was a good one.
I think I'm gonna go with that one. I like Saw.
If I hate onions, I'm a chump. Well, I guess I'm a chump. But I'll tell you what, Jared. If I'm a chump, I'd love to know what you are. I'm a guy with a successful job, a wife, a child. You know. What are you? What do you do with yourself? Because I don't like onions, I'm a chump. That makes sense. They're freaking nasty. I think you're a chump because you do like them. Anyway, thank you for the $2. Boom, by the way. The Saw, I saw it in a movie theater.
Yeah.
And I've seen a trillion horror movies, right? Well, that's an exaggeration. I've probably seen 1,000 horror movies. But I know how they all end. I know the plot. I know everything. Oh, the ending of that.
The first time you saw it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah! I was like, I never, ever would have saw that coming.
The twist was amazing.
That was the best ending to any horror movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Amazing ending.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. The twist was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, Scream the first time I saw it, I thought it had a great twist.
It did. And then they have to make 10 million of the other ones, just like they did Saw, and it's like, I already know how this ends.
Right.
But, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It is 12:05. Just want to say, well, I'll let you say stuff. And
I always love coming on here. Always love talking New York Giants whenever I can. And, coming on with Baddog. Cannot wait for the Giants game on Sunday. And, thank you to everybody for being here. Obviously, Karambite, Papi Chulo, Chad, Delano, one of the best. Pumpkin. Yes, it is Pumpkin. Joe Lutz, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. GQ Boys, Ligma, Eric, Chris Leone, William Watson. Always love doing this, guys. Jose Rosado, you have a great night. Coach Master, always the last guy to leave my streams. Joey Lutz, of course. He brings the cannolis. But you guys are the best. You guys really are, and love doing this. Thank you for supporting the show. And yeah, we'll be at the Giant game, and maybe we'll do next week. I don't know. We have a bye week, so maybe we'll take a week off and then come back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But either way, thank you guys for everything that you do for our channels, and it means the world to us. So thank you.
Yeah, I always appreciate you coming on the channel. I'm really looking forward to Saturday and meeting you. Like I said, we have to film that because I know people are going to enjoy that. I think they will. We've been doing this for over a year. Yeah. And like I said, it looks like we're sitting next to each other, but when we're down Saturday, we all mess his moss up for real. And you're like, yeah, that's what it's like to have hair. I forgot. But no, it'll be great to have a couple beers with Chris, Kid Blue, just hang out, meet OneGiantRebuttal, DieHardGiantsFan, and everybody else, Gangrene David. It's going to be awesome. Like I said, this whole year has been terrible for the Giants. It's been terrible years. The 2 years since Chris and I really been doing this show and started working together, the Giants have been terrible. And this show continues to grow. Our channels continue to grow. Your support continues to grow. And that means the world to us because I know it's hard to root for a bad team. I know it's hard to be excited about a team that's 2-7. But you guys are phenomenal, and we can never thank you enough. So really appreciate everybody here. And, we'll see you next time, guys. I know Chris is probably you're doing the game tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the Thursday night game, and then I'll be doing the Knicks game on Friday. KP's return to the Garden. Actually, that might be either way. KP playing the Knicks for the first time, so
I was gonna say, make sure you tune into a stream tomorrow. I get a night off tomorrow. know what they're doing. Because it's a grind time of season for me. But, yeah, it's going to be great. But, again, thank you guys so much. Enjoy your Thursday. Tune in for his stream tomorrow night. And thank you guys for being here. Have a great night for the entertainer. It is the Bad Diggity Dizzle, and we are gone. Peace!